Hello, we are Wonky Nuts.
Oh, how come we're not crooked nuts?
Yeah, I know. We said crooked nuts last time, but we are now Wonky Nuts. I think we're a little bit wonky, but not crooked. Crooked means like you kind of
like a villain.
A villain, yeah. Mind you, you can be a bit of a villain.
You too.
We can both be villains,
yes.
but
in front of our naughty monkeys.
Our naughty monkeys, our kids, but not so villainous that we can't be wonky. So we are wonky. We like being wonky more than crooked. That's enough of that. Right, last week we talked about the 10 best things we liked about Malaysia. Yeah.
Do you have anything to complain about living in Malaysia?
There's always challenges, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we thought that we'd talk about some of the challenges that we faced moving here.
对，这一集就是马来西亚生活大吐槽。Yeah.
Just
Okay,
that's fine. So challenges. I'm not sure we've got top 10 challenges. Well, what do you think has been one of the more difficult things, more difficult challenges that you faced?
Compared to living in England,
or China.
I think one of the things I find difficult is the mixed languages here. They have multiple language. That's a bright side. Also, on the other side, it can be difficult sometimes.
Difficult, yeah, but one of the languages is your mother tongue, and you speak English beautifully.
Yeah, and the other day I was talking to my Chinese friends. I think that way too. But when we talk, sometimes we just come up with some Malay words or Hakka words or Cantonese words that makes me really confused. I was like, what? What is that? Oh, I have to ask them every time that happened.
Yeah, I forgot you couldn't speak Malay.
No, I can't. You can, right?
I can.
Yeah.
English as well is spoken right here. Okay, I don't really find that much of a difficulty, but a challenge for you. My challenge, I think one of the biggest challenges, strangely, is a really small thing, a really tiny little
bug. You mean mosquitoes?
Mosquitoes, yeah, they get on my nerves.
Yeah, they are everywhere here.
Well, they're everywhere, apart from, like, if you've got the aircon on really high, which I know is one of your bugbears, but, mosquitoes buzzing around, and when they bite, it's itchy, and I'm like, it's really, really itchy.
Yeah, especially those black and white type, black with white dots on them.
Yeah, some are really vicious. It's funny that it's like, I moan about mosquitoes, but when we go jungle trekking, I kind of prepare for it, and so I cover myself in mosquito cream, and then I don't feel it. I make sure I'm next to you, and then they go to you because they like your blood more than mine.
Yeah.
I think one of the big things that we both faced is the driving.
The driving, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what. The drivers here, we seem to forget. They have indicators. Yes. They don't use it when they want to change the lane or make a turn. And especially those motorbikes.
Oh, those motorbikes. They're like mosquitoes.
They're much faster than motorbikes.
Well,
they're mosquitoes.
The mosquitoes. I know, but they put their life in their hands. Yeah. I've seen an awful lot. Just already, I must have seen at least 5 or 6 motorcycle or scooter accidents.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, and do you know? I heard it's not such a funny thing, but do you know what doctors and nurses call motorcycle riders when they have an accident and end up in hospital?
What?
Spare parts.
Oh, you mean organ donors?
Bit gruesome. Right, let's move on. But something else that I was really impressed with you, and it was a bit of a challenge, wasn't it? You took your Malaysian driving test and got Malaysian driving license.
Oh yes, I did. Yeah, I'm proud of that because I heard from the local friend that it's not easy to just get it in the first go, in one go. Actually, I did. I was asked whether I want to pay a bit of extra money to guarantee I could pass the exam.
That's a bit dodgy.
Yeah, I refused to pay extra money and I passed the test.
You passed anyway?
In one go, yes.
Did you report them?
I think it's a common practice here.
Yeah, we should find out. But I mean, talking of drivers, it's not so much driving, but I know public transport here can be a bit of a thing. And you had a funny experience on a few buses with the bus drivers, right?
Oh yeah, that's one thing I need to complain. Is the too relaxed bus drivers. Oh, you know what? I used to use the buses a lot before we got the car. The other day I was in a bus with the kids, and when we make a turn, the bus driver just disappeared. He put the bus off by the road and just disappeared, like in thin air. Yeah. And I was like, what happened? But the other passengers seemed to be, relaxed. I find it really comfortable with it. But after a few minutes, I found the driver just sitting in a cafe next, just on the street, and he's having his snack. After that, I talked to my friends here. They say, oh, it's just it's very common here.
One big challenge that I've had to overcome mentally, I think, is the healthcare system in Malaysia.
Mentally or financially?
Well, both actually, because I mentally and financially, I'm used to a free health service. The great NHS in the UK, where you come here and you have to pay for everything. Yeah. So you go to hospital, it doesn't matter if you go to a government hospital, a private hospital, a small clinic, whatever. It's always like you've got to pay $120, whatever
every
you
visit,
do, every visit.
We've been to the private and the government hospital. And also, normally I heard that they charge cheap for local citizens, but when it comes to foreigners, you have to pay a lot of money. I mean, a lot more than local person for government. But for private clinics, they charge the same.
One of the challenges that I think we both face, we've kind of overcome it now, but living here a while, we've moved a couple of times.
Yes.
And I do remember both times that we've moved, dealing with agents and so on was a bit of a difficulty. I mean, the first one that we moved in, we had a terrible landlord. Just a bad experience.
Yes.
And the agent just didn't do anything. The second time we moved, we ended up having a really good agent, but we were kind of a little bit mistrustful in the beginning, just because of our previous bad experience. And then the landlords, I mean, they've been really good so far.
And they're our neighbours.
Yeah, they're our neighbours.
We live literally next door to each other.
Yeah. So if you do decide you want to move here, getting the right agent to help you find a good place is of paramount importance.
Yeah.
We will talk later in one of the later episodes about sort of real estate and moving houses and the different choices that you have. But just in terms of renting, because we're renting here in Malaysia, the key is finding yourself a good agent.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Maybe get recommendations with the local friends, or when you look online, just have a look at the comments.
Yeah.
Make sure they have good ratings. And I think that's very important.
So that is our section on the challenges, or some of the challenges we've faced in Malaysia. Now we're going to talk about
Ming's choice.
Ming's choice.
Yes.
You were going to, I'm interrupting you, so I apologise, but you refused to give us a little teaser in the last episode.
Because I want to save the best for this episode.
Okay.
Yeah, my recommendation is the cinemas in Malaysia.
One of the first ones we went to, and it was like, we had our sofa to ourselves.
Yes, they have a couple sofa with really nice cushions. They even provide the blanket for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, even the...
Yeah, because the aircon is really cold there. What can you say? And also, some of the child-friendly cinemas, they do have a special, like a children play area in front of the screen. So the parents could watch the film while the kids are playing. What wonderful world is it?
You don't get those kind of cinemas in the UK. There's nothing, there's no luxury that I can remember in the cinemas in the UK. It was amazing here.
在英国那个影院真的是有点灾难级别的，真的是非常非常的第三世界国家。Just explaining your thing in Mandarin. Nothing. Okay, let's go on.
Whoa. No, let's not go on. Cinemas. Tell us about a good film.
Oh, I just watched a really good film that made me cry the other day. It is called Better Days. It is a film. In Mandarin, 少年的你，主演是易烊千玺和周冬雨。Actually, it is a bit sad, the story itself. It tells the story of a schoolgirl. Just before the university entrance test, she got bullied by her schoolmates. Some other girls, they just did really nasty things to her, even threatened her own safety. So she turned to this minor gangster boy for protection, and this whole story is.
Just tell them the whole story. I'm going to watch the film. You didn't stop crying all evening. We used a whole box of tissues.
Yes. It was a good film, and the acting was amazing. I just
award-winning
acting. Yes, I think they might be the best actors in China for many years, young actors.
So if the viewers want to go watch it, what's the film called?
It's called Better Days. 少年的你.
Okay. Film recommendation.
Yeah, have a look if you wanna search for a new film.
Ding 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 ding.
Oh, it's my funny news now.
Ming's funny news. Bing 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 bing.
Okay, enough. Okay. 这一周的搞笑新闻就是跟 lockdown 有关的啦，因为大家现在应该都在家学习或者是上课，无论你去上班还是上学，可能都要在电脑前完成了，都要变成了视频会议。所以这一期的搞笑新闻就跟视频会议有关。这件事发生在美国，有一个非常知名的纽约客记者，他在跟他的同事进行视频会议的时候，他竟然忘记了关摄像头，就在会议间隙的时候，来了一发不可描述的自我愉悦运动，而且他自己毫无知觉。别人想要提醒他也没有成功，他就在镜头前慢慢的完成了一切动作。最后的结果呢，当然是不太好了，他就被纽约客辞掉了，然后丢了自己的工作。关键是这真的也太有点丢人了吧。另外一个事情呢，发生在巴西，也是一个非常正式的商务会议里。在会议进行的过程中，其中的一个摄像头竟然对准了一位正在洗澡的男士，不是那种假装的洗澡，而且是一丝不挂的那种。在几十个人的注视下洗澡，而且泰然自若，这到底是什么操作？难道是有人在恶作剧吗？不过提醒一下大家，如果你在家里在进行网络学习或者是网络上的工作，记得一定要检查你的摄像头哦。That's my funny news today. Is it? It's not funny.
Well, I didn't understand it, of course.
Oh yeah.
The one word again. I listened. When?
Yeah, it's not 人.
人 person.
Yeah, people. Person.
People.
Yes.
Okay.
At least you learned something.
Well, talking of learning something, next thing is Andy learns Mandarin. If you watched our first episode, you will know that I'm trying to learn Mandarin these.
Yeah, do you remember what we learned last week?
Sure.
Oh yeah, you did. Not bad.
Yeah. Well, okay, so...
what about this week?
This week? Well, we were starting a conversation like ni hao, chulama, and then bye. So at the end, I'm going to flip it. Okay. So say somebody says chulama to me. What would I say to them?
Okay, that's an interesting question. I got it. You can say 没吃呢.
没吃呢. 没吃呢.
没吃呢 means I haven't.
So ch is eat.
Eat.
May.
Not yet.
All right, haven't eaten yet. Mei-chana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No matter what you have or not, remember to say that.
Mei-chana.
I think you will find it really interesting when people react.
Let's have the conversation.
Okay. Hi Andy.
你好。
吃了吗？
Mei-chana.
哦，要不要到我家吃点儿？
Sounds like you're asking me out.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, let's go.
Yes, I just said come to my house and eat some.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
That's a good thing. I like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
most people will provide a meal for you or ask you to go out. Yeah, to a meal with them.
Okay, so I've learned something new again. I remembered what we did last week. If you would like me to learn any specific words or phrases, please let us know in the comment box below. If you've enjoyed the episode, give us a like, subscribe so you know when the next episode is coming out. Thank you for watching.
Hope you enjoy it. Bye bye.
再见.